So ground yourself in this seated position. Notice your body in this space, maybe this new space for you, or this room you're in. You physically have arrived here to your yoga mat. Allow yourself to mentally and emotionally be here as well. Notice everything that you're bringing into this space right now. Today we'll be moving through a vinyasa sequence. And vinyasa means to sequence or to piece together, or it's loosely translated as flow. We put together these asanas, these postures, we sequence them, and we come into movement with the awareness of our breath, of the prana or the energy that's moving through us, each and every one of us. So I encourage you throughout your practice, utilize your breath as your most important tool. Befriend your breath. Welcome your breath back in. Have awareness of your breath, your relationship with breath and body, with movement and with holding a posture. Notice the flow continue. We'll bring hands to heart center. The right and the left hand come to meet, so prayer hands at the heart. Here, take a nice full breath in and notice your chest lift up in toward your thumbs. Rib cage expands, chest lifts, fill up all the way. A little more air in. Gently hold here, that full capacity, full breath in. And exhale, release. Notice the body just soften here, the face soften. Inhale fully, ribs expand, chest lifts, breath in. Exhale, release. Continue that flow, full breath in, fill up, ribs expand, chest lifts. Exhale, release. If there's an intention or mantra you'd like to bring into your practice, maybe you set that here, and it might be one word, maybe gratitude, presence, acceptance, peace. Something that resonates with you, something that you like to cultivate into your practice and into your day. Breathe it in, full breath in, connected with that word. And exhale, feel it move through in your body. On an inhale, reach your hands up toward the sky. We're going to sweep high. Palms come to meet overhead. And exhale, hands right back at heart center. Inhale, sweep hands up, reach high, lift up and lengthen. Palms come to kiss. Exhale, hands right back at the heart. Breath to movement, beautiful. One more just like that. Full breath in, big circle with the hands. Exhale, pull down right back at heart center. Call your hands forward. So if you're on a block, just gently scoot the block off to the side. Make your way into tabletop position, all fours. Shoulders over wrists, hips over knees. Spread your fingers wide here, about as wide as you can. So you'll spread your fingers, set them into the mat here. Tuck your toes under. Inhale for cow pose. Shine your heart forward. Exhale for cat, round and curl, navel in toward your spine. Protract through the back of your shoulders. Inhale for cow, shine your heart forward. Belly button drops toward the mat. And then exhale for cat, round and curl in toward your spine. Inhale for cow, heart shines forward to the ocean. Exhale for cat pose, navel in and up toward the spine. Press the yoga mat away from you. Inhale, cow pose. Exhale, cat. Sink back, find balasana, child's pose. Knees go wide, big toes come in together. Crawl your hands forward toward the ocean. Forehead meets the mat here. This is a pose of devotion, surrender. Surrender into present moment. Surrender into the stillness of this posture. Into your practice. I invite you to bring back to mind your intention, your word that you've chosen for your practice. Weave it in with your breath. Feel it in your body. And on an inhale, lift back up for tabletop position, all fours. Tuck your toes under, lift your hips up and back, downward facing dog. Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. Pedal out in your legs, warm up through the legs, bend into the right leg, into the left leg. And here, spread your fingers wide, about as wide as you can. Grip into the finger pads just a little bit more to give yourself a nice big base of support in downward facing dog. Full breath in. Complete exhale out. On an inhale, lift your heels. Exhale, set your heels back down toward the yoga mat. Inhale, lift your heels. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Lift once more and then wave your body forward to plank pose. Nice big rounding through the spine. Beautiful. Shoulders stack over wrists here. Pelvic bones slightly tucked. Core engaged. Lower your knees down softly to the ground. Bend at your elbows. Lower knees, chest, and chin. Slide your body forward for cobra pose. Toenails to the mat. Head, throat, heart lift. Draw your shoulder blades down your back gently. Soften your face muscles and breathe here. Notice you're feeling strength, activating strength in the back muscles. Strength and softness is being cultivated at the same time. Where can you be stronger? Where can you be softer? Plug your hands down into the mat, tuck your toes under, lift your knees, press back up to plank pose. Exhale, shift your hips back, downward facing dog. From down dog stance, walk your hands now back toward your feet. Hands walk backward toward your feet. Take your feet a little bit wider, almost as wide as your yoga mat, so the edge of your feet will be at the edge of your yoga mat. Reach for opposite elbows. Find a little sway side to side, a nice bend in the knees. Come up to rise. Release your hands down by your sides. Draw your shoulder blades down your back. Inhale, hands sweep high, lift up. Exhale, hands behind your back, interlace your fingers, draw your hands downward, lift your heart space. Exhale, bow over your legs. Maybe there's a little bend in the knees. Let your body cascade over your legs. Chin tucks in, come up to rise. Hands by your sides. Inhale, sweep high. Exhale, hands right back at your heart. Bring your feet together here at the back of your yoga mat. Sweep your hands high, reach up, palms kiss. Exhale, hands through your heart, bow into fold. Inhale, halfway lift, hands to shins. Plant your hands, walk your hands forward to the top of your yoga mat, plank pose. Spread your fingers wide, pelvic bones slightly tucked, crown of the head reaching forward. Exhale, lower knees, chest, and chin. Slide forward for cobra pose. Lift head, throat, heart, toenails to the mat. Draw your shoulder blades down your back, soften your face. Plug your hands right back in, tuck toes. Lift knees, plank pose. Exhale, Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. Fingers spread wide. Gaze toward your knees. Hips shift up and back. Inhale, look forward toward your hands. Exhale, travel to your hands. You can step or jump. Inhale to halfway lift, hands to shins. Crown of the head reaches forward toward the ocean. Exhale, fold over your legs. Inhale, reach your hands high. Sweep up, lift up, look up. Full breath in. Exhale, hands at the heart. Let's take an audible breath here together. Reset. Inhale, big breath in. Exhale, release. Let's do that one more time. Inhale, reach up, big breath in. Exhale, release. A little check-in here. Check in with your body, your posture, your breath, your thoughts. Back to your word, your intention. Inhale, reach your hands up, lift up, look up. Exhale, hands bow through into a fold. Inhale, halfway lift, hands to shins. Plant your hands, step forward, jump back, plank pose. Take a plank here. Lower, we have an option for knees, chest, chin, or lower chaturanga. And with your chaturanga, elbows bent at 90 degrees. Beautiful. And then inhale for upward facing dog. Hold up dog for a little moment here. Shoulder blades draw down the back, heart shines forward. Gaze upward just a little bit more. And exhale, downward facing dog. Full breath in. Complete exhale out. Inhale, look forward toward your hands. Exhale, travel to your hands. Inhale to halfway lift, hands to shins. Exhale, fold over your legs. Inhale, reach high, sweep up, lift up, look up, palms kiss. Exhale, hands at your heart. From here, plug in to your left foot, plug it on down. Start to lift your right, float your right foot here. Flex your right toes. Find your focal point out in front of you. Exhale, kick back, warrior three, like you want to stamp your foot onto the back wall behind you. Body comes parallel-ish toward the ground. Softly with control, set your back toes down, reach your hands high. We're in high crescent lunge here. Front knee over the front ankle. Hold an imaginary beach ball between your hands. Draw your shoulder blades down your back gently. Open up for warrior two. So left hand forward to the ocean. Arms parallel-ish toward the ground. Good. Relax shoulder blades down the back a little bit. Gaze beyond your front fingers. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Left hand up to the sky. The right hand can come back to the right leg. or wrap around your back. Extension even through those fingertips, energy through the fingertips. Beautiful. Back to warrior two, gaze beyond your left fingers. Side angle from here, bring your left arm to your left leg, reach your right hand up and over, gaze up toward the sky or beyond your arm. Open up, warrior two. From here, spin your hands down to frame your front foot. Your back heel will spin up. Step your back foot forward to meet the front foot. Inhale to halfway lift. Exhale, fold over your legs. Inhale, reach your hands high. Sweep up, lift up, lift up. Hands at your heart. Check in with posture here. Plug your right foot into the ground. So find your focal point out in front of you, drishti, that spot to look at. Fix your gaze upon as we gather balance first here. Start to lift your left foot. Flex your left toes. Draw your navel in and up toward your spine. Exhale, send it back for warrior three. Stamp your left foot back to the back paw. Full breath in. Stay here for an exhale. And with control, set your back toes down. Reach your hands high for high crescent lunge. Open for warrior two. Right hand forward toward the ocean. Gaze beyond your right fingers. Strong in the legs, strong in the body, soft in the face, steady in the breath. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Right hand up to the sky, reach up. Left hand might come to left leg, or maybe it wraps around your low back. Back to warrior two. To side angle, right arm to the right leg. Reach your left up and over. Maybe gaze toward your hand or beyond your left arm up toward the sky. Open up, warrior two. Cartwheel your hands down to frame your foot. Your back heel spins up. Step your back leg forward to meet the front. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold over your legs. Inhale, reach and rise. Sweep high, lift up. Exhale, hands right at the heart. Awesome. We're warmed up for balance. We're in the jungle here. We're gonna get inspired by the trees. Take a gaze out in front of you and check out a tree. And if you don't have trees in front of you, imagine a tree in front of you. But we are here in the jungle right now, inspired by the trees, rooted down, rooting and rising, growing. Left foot leg is plugged in toward the ground. Start to lift your right. We're gonna slide it up. Tree pose from here. So you might take your hands to assist, to lift your foot up. You do have some options. You can stamp right foot to the left inner thigh. You could also set your foot up onto your hip crease if you have that balance and mobility there. Tree pose, the right foot to the left inner thigh, hands at heart center for here. So find center in your body. Notice that line, that midline of the body, the navel, the sternum, the nose, the third eye. Option here, extend your branches. Option to welcome a breeze through your trees, maybe some movement or a swaying or a leaning tree. And if you need a challenge, you can close your eyes. Beautiful. Hands come right back to the heart. Slowly, with soft control, peel your right foot off of the left. Kick it back, warrior three. Stamp your foot to the back wall behind you. Softly, with control, set your back toes down. Reach your hands high, high crescent lunge. Reach up, look up here as well. Exhale, cactus your arms down. Draw your shoulder blades down your back. Inhale, hands reach high. Open up, warrior two. Gaze beyond your front fingers. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Left hand lifts. Back to two. All right, now in this warrior two, hold strong in the legs, soft in the face, steady in the breath. So be at warrior two. Now from your warrior two, take a thumbs up in both hands. Yeah, there we go. And then slide back up to two. I love that expression. Thumbs up here. Awesome. Now in this warrior, we're gonna have a kind of bow and arrow action. We've got our thumbs up. I love the smile. Thumb is here, and let's bring this back hand forward all the way to meet the back. So our legs and our hips still kind of stay in that same plane. Draw the arrow back with your hand. Send it back. And sweep it forward again. Big, big circle together. And pull back across your heart. So gaze beyond your thumb here. We've got an amazing view out in front. You can see the whole ocean and the cliff beyond the thumb. Gaze at that thumb here, pull it back. On an exhale, open up. Open back up to warrior two, nice and strong. Strong and soft. Inhale, left hand reaches up. Through warrior two, hand comes down to frame your foot. Take a flow here. You might play with floating that left leg and lowering it. Start to take your flows as you like them. You can also skip them and go right to downward facing dog. We meet in down dog, reset. You might use down dog as a home base. You have a big base of support in downward facing dog. Feet and hands are grounded and rooted in. The head is over the heart. The heart's over the head when we're inverted here. Head reaching down. Inhale, look forward toward your hands, and exhale, travel forward. You might step or you might jump. Inhale to half lift. Exhale, fold over your legs. Inhale, reach your hands high, sweep up, lift up, look up. And hands right at your heart. All right, let's plant in through the other side. Plug your right foot into the ground. You might even imagine those roots rooting right down into the ground. Start to now lift your left. Gather that balance here, find your focal point. Tree pose from here. Left foot to the right inner thigh. Option 2, extend your branches. Feel free to find your own expression, your own version. Maybe different than last time. Try out a different tree. Maybe welcome a breeze through your trees, slight movement or sway. And from here, slowly lift your left off of your right. Hands right back at the heart. Exhale, kick it back, warrior 3. Body comes parallel-ish to the ground. And softly, with control, set your back toes down. High crescent lunge. Yes, sweep high on an inhale. Awesome. Open, warrior two. Stay for a full breath here. Take thumbs up both sides, look beyond your right thumb. So everything past your thumb is kind of a blur out there. Stay focused on that thumb for a moment. Slide your back hand forward to meet your front, let them meet. Like an arrow, pull it back across your heart, open. Slide it forward, let the hands meet. Pull it back with nice strength and control and softness. Bring it forward. Exhale, pull it back, open. Release your hands back to warrior two. Reverse your warrior, right hand reaches up. Full breath in. Exhale, side angle, right hand to the right leg, reach your left, up and over. Extend. Open back up for warrior two. Cartwheel your hands down to frame your foot. Take a flow as you like it. And we'll meet downward facing dog. Good. Reset. Full breath in. Complete exhale out. Back to your word, your intention. Full breath in. Exhale, release anything that doesn't serve you. Find strength and softness in this practice. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, travel forward. Inhale to halfway lift. Exhale, fold over your legs. Inhale, reach your hands high, sweep up, lift up. Hands right at your heart. Plug in through the left. Lift your right foot. Flex your toes back. Exhale, kick back, warrior three. Heel points up, toes flexed down. From here, airplane the arms, send your hands out. Palms might lift above your glutes here. Without touching that foot down, unless you absolutely need to. Sweep your right foot through, sweep your hands high, lift back up. Cross your right leg over your left for a figure four. Flex your right toes back down, hands slide down at your heart. If it's available, grab that balance first and then sink a little bit lower. And a little bit lower. Maybe arms meet your leg here. Find your focal point. Steady your breath. Slowly come out of it. Rise back up. Hands reach up. Kick it back. Warrior three. Extend your hands forward. For those in the room, that's forward to the ocean. Exhale, tap your toes down. High crescent lunge, back heels lifted. Reach high. Cactus your arms down on an exhale. Inhale, hands reach up. Bring it down to frame your foot. Either step right to down dog or take a flow here. You might play floating that back foot. Big inhale, up dog. Exhale, Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward. Gently unwind. Out of it, lift your foot back up, reach your hands high, sweep up, and reach forward in this warrior three. We'll fly the hands back, hands above the glutes. And gently set your toes down, reach your hands high, high crescent lunge. Front knee over the front ankle, back heels lifted. Grounded down through the feet. Growing tall, rising high through the hands. Exhale, cactus your arms down. Draw your shoulder blades down your back. Inhale, reach your hands high. Exhale, hands come down to frame your foot. Step back, take a flow. Exhale, downward facing dog. Full breath in. And complete exhale. Inhale fully. Exhale completely. Reach your right leg high, sweep up. Open up here for a scorpion. So you can drop your right heel toward your left glute, make a bigger shape here, press equally into both palms. Then from there, square up your hips, draw your right knee in forward toward your nose, round through your spine, softly set your foot through. Spin your back heel down, rise, warrior one here. Hold that imaginary beach ball between your hands. Hands behind your back. Interlace. Draw your hands downward, lift heart space. Exhale, bow. Humble warrior, shoulder to the inside of your knee. Drop your head down. Let your head and your neck relax here. Hands lifted high. On your inhale, lift your body, your torso up, hands reach high. Exhale, hands come down to frame your foot, back heel spins up. Take a flow, maybe play with floating that back leg. We'll meet downward facing dog. Left leg lifts high on an inhale. Open up for scorpion. Drop left heel toward right glute. Square it up. Exhale, draw your knee in toward your nose. Send it forward softly with control. Set the foot through. Spin your back heel down. Rise, warrior one. Hands behind your back. Interlace. Lift heart space. Exhale, bow. Humble warrior. Strong, fierce, sturdy, and humble. Breathe and bow in. Release your hands, send it high, reach up. Exhale, hands come down to frame your foot. Optional flow, option to float that back foot. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Reset here, full breath in. And complete exhale out. Inhale fully. Exhale completely. Next exhale, send your knees wide, child's pose, balasana, forehead meets the mat. Bow in, soften, surrender here. soft and steady flow in your breath. Inhale, lift your body up to tabletop position. And swivel your legs to the side, come right onto your bottom. Okay. We're going to take a fire log pose. So if sitting right now is a little uncomfortable, you might take the bolster. If, for example, you have a bruised tailbone or something like that. Bolster or a block you could sit up onto. Otherwise, so you could take Sukhasana, legs crisscross, or we'll try for that fire log pose where we're going to stack our bottom parts of our legs. So left will come under, right will come on top, and we try to just stack those here. If there's a bunch of space between the knee and the heel, you can also take a block or a pillow or bolster, something soft underneath. Flex both sets of toes back. Lift your spine here. And breathe. Yeah, it's all right, your version. Good. Notice where you can soften and surrender into wherever your edge is. If this is totally enough for the hips, you might kind of either slide out of it gently, or if you're okay here and want to go a little bit further, you can walk your hands forward and just drape your body over your legs a little bit. And breathe here. Couple more breaths here. Notice the stretch in the glutes, maybe hip flexors. IT band, breathe into it. And gently walk up out of it. Okay, let's release that posture. Set your feet about mat width distance apart. Hands behind your body for some support here. I'm just gonna gently rock side to side. Let your knees go side to side. And then we'll switch right leg to go underneath or opposite of whatever you did last time. The other leg on top. And if it's too much, maybe just coming in for Sukhasana, legs crisscross. And working on that hip mobility. Flex both sets of toes back. Find the edge. Breathe into the edge. You might stay right here. You might fold your body over your legs. Start to gently walk up. And let's release after that. Set your feet about mat width distance apart. Hands behind for support. Lift the chest a little bit after folding in. Go ahead and open the heart space. Drop side to side with the knees. here, make your way onto your back. So you might scoot forward toward the top of your mat a little bit so you have enough mat to lay your body back onto. Slowly lower, let it all release down. We'll find a couple bridge poses. So if you want to take it softer, more gentle, restorative, you can take a block under your pelvic bone to elevate or a bolster. Otherwise, plug your feet in if you're going for the regular bridge here, maybe without the block. Plug feet in, start to lift your pelvic bone up toward the sky, hands by the sides for the moment. Roll your chest up in toward your chin. And from here, you might walk your hands under your body, interlace your fingers, and continue to walk your shoulders even deeper under as chest and rib cage lift up to the sky. Full breath in. And stay there for exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Gently release your hands. Lower first your upper back, your mid back, your low back. Lift here for happy baby pose. Hands to the outside edges of the feet or peace fingers to big toes. Knees draw in toward armpit space. Take a little rock side to side. You might play with extending one leg and then the other or both. Just enjoy this kind of gentle, natural, organic posture, that of a happy baby. Gently bring your legs back, sit your feet right back down for another bridge. Feet plug in. Hands by your sides. Inhale, lift your pelvic bone up toward the sky. Chest rolls up in toward your chin. You might stay here with hands down for support, or maybe walk your hands under your body, fingers interlaced. Exhale, gently release, lower, upper, mid. The whole back lowers and sets down. Happy baby again here. Hands to the outside edges of the feet or peace fingers to big toe. Maybe a little rock side to side. Bring your legs in toward your body. Wrap your arms around your legs. Hug your legs in. Give a nice squeeze. Take a full breath in here as you squeeze in. On an exhale, release. Send your legs long. Let your feet flop open toward the corners of the mat. Draw your shoulder blades down your back. Arms rest on the ground, palms face up toward the sky. Settle yourself in for Shavasana, corpse pose. If there's any little wiggles or movements you want to take in your body, you might take those to release some extra energy. We come into Shavasana at the end of our practice to acknowledge that the physical part of the practice is over, to let our bodies have some well-deserved rest. To get our minds more ready for a state of meditation, a more peaceful state of mind. If you have thoughts that come, let them be like clouds in the sky. Notice and just let them pass by. Allow yourselves as much time as you can in Shavasana. 5, 10, maybe even 15 minutes. And your Shavasana might move you into meditation. So you could stay in Shavasana or find yourself in a comfortable seat for meditation. Thank you so much for showing up and practicing. Enjoy your practice. It's a journey. You show up every day a little bit different to the mat. Gracias y namaste.